We have a
Hey, you guys, welcome back to What is Wrong with You? I'm your host, Janessa Carlin. I haven't made an episode in a very long time. I think it's almost been a year. And so I'm just happy to be back. I was in this like super weird creative slump, and my therapist was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, I just want to like start making content again and doing podcasting and yeah, I feel much better now, but I just was like, oh, comedy, like I am not funny. Like I just got in this weird headspace. And it feels much better to be out of it. I I've been doing yoga. I have this little notepad of things that I just wanted to like touch up about and give basically like an update of my life. I have been doing yoga at Black Swan and it's been so much fun. I honestly feel like yoga has helped me in a lot of ways. When I started it, originally what I wanted to do was run a 5K because I used to be a runner. So I was like, let me just get into things that will like help me get more in shape for running. And now I still run, but I just didn't decide to do the 5K. I don't know, maybe one day I will, but I kind of felt better just doing yoga. It helped me, it just I feel like it helps me be more connected to myself and just like not be thinking. I'm a very, very big overthinker, which, if you know me, you know that that is just a fact. I overthink everything. So I have been trying to get myself out of that habit because I think like overthinking can like sometimes benefit you, but I don't think it benefits you when it comes to art. Like, I just let myself overthink and I was like, oh, if I want to try new jokes, they're gonna be so bad that like it's gonna be so embarrassing and everyone is gonna remember my horrible jokes forever. But it's like, why overthink that? Because that's kind of the point of comedy is just trying stuff out. I'd also been overthinking like a lot of my auditions, like when I would get auditions in, you have like a set time to do them and you don't really want to turn them in like half ass, you don't want to turn them in the day of, but I would get so in my head to where I'd be like, oh, well, I have to think about how perfect this audition is going to be before I send it in because I don't want any casting director to be like, oh, why did we even send her this audition? But once again, that's not a good way to think about it, right? So, I'm happy that I don't do that anymore and it feels much better. And it's kind of corny to share that, but if I can help at least one person, that would be great. Um, what else has been new? Oh yeah, I had a huge job change. I had worked at a tanning salon for like 5 years, and I thought it got sold to another business, which is why I kind of like stopped working there. But I had thought like, well, maybe I'll just do spray tanning. Sorry, I sweat so much, you guys. I thought I'll just do spray tanning like on my own, um, because it can make like okay money and um in my head, I was like, well, I can be my own boss, make my own schedule. But the truth of it is, I just didn't like it enough to do it full time. It, I love all the clients that I had. Um, there were some bad seeds who just made me like think like, I don't know if I love this enough to like put up with this like the hard parts of it. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. I'll still like spray tan my friends, but I just doing it as a job. It's just I don't know. This is not to say like this is not towards any of the people, the wonderful people that I've met, but there were a few people who just wanted me to make them look like a Kardashian, and I'm like I can't do that. Um, so yeah, putting up with it's a very like people pleasing job, and I'm like the people pleasing chapter of my life is over, so I decided not to do it. I got into the dental field because I don't know. I was like, it pays well. Eventually I could become like a dental assistant or like a dental hygienist or something, but I was just a receptionist like helping do things, and then I was like, I don't want to do this either. Like people are grumpy when they come to the dentist, and it's just not like, I don't know. So finally I was like, I'm just going to do a job that goes well and lets me like still have the freedom to like do what I want artistically. So now I just substitute teach, and it's the best thing ever because like I've been like after school teacher before, and like a teacher's aide and all the things where you are like set to a schedule, and this I like because it's like you can do it every day, but like it's still, you don't really have to like abide to somebody else's schedule. I mean, you do if you've like picked up certain jobs or whatever, but it's just nice and it's simple, and I can go to work and I can clock out, and then I don't have to think about it when I get home. There's like literally no stress. And I think having stressful jobs had just put like a damper on my creative life. And um, yeah, I don't want to have a job that does that. Sorry, there's a hair in my mouth. Okay. Um, what next? Oh yeah, I moved in with my boyfriend, and it's been really nice. It's my first time ever living with a boyfriend, and I'm kind of a little brat when it comes to like decorations and like things that I like, but honestly, he's so easygoing, and it's nice cuz like before we moved in with each other, he was living in Georgetown and I was living in Austin, so we'd have to like make the drive to see each other, which is like really not that far, but um now we just get to be around each other like all the time, and our work schedules are different, so I feel like that gives us like a good kind of balance. And he also has a really cute dog who I now like claim as my dog, even though it's his, but she's just like so fun. And it's nice to like have a dog and like have someone to go on walks with or runs with, and like I feel protected because she's a German Shepherd, so whenever I walk her, people aren't gonna want to fuck with me. Whereas before, it was just me with my pepper spray. Um, so it's nice, but yeah, it's nice living with him. It's a lot of compromise. The only thing we didn't agree on moving in was I have a pink chandelier, and he did not want me to hang it up. But honestly, that's fair because I have like every corner of our living room, and he has like a tiny corner where his video games and sports stuff are. So, you know, but yeah, it's been nice. I we go to eat at like a lot of places, and I feel like nobody ever talks about the relationship weight. I have put on so much weight since I've been in this relationship, and nobody ever talks about it. But honestly, it's okay because before I started dating him, I was just such a picky eater, and now I'm like, let's try everything. I'm not just gonna eat like dino nuggets and crap anymore. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I have been like getting really into hot sauces and trying like as many hot sauces as I can. If you guys are listening this far, I feel like I'm like speeding through all these topics, but I have much more to say. But if you guys are listening to this 8 minutes in and you have any good hot sauces to try, um, let me know. I I tried one at Bucky's. We got one at Bucky's like a couple weeks ago, and I don't know what I was expecting, but it was okay. It just like wasn't that spicy. But I've been eating the Yellowbird hot sauces, and yeah. Oh, top 10 hot sauces. Oh yeah. Let's see which ones I've tried.
This is the according to
Drinks. Huh.
allrecipes.com.
That's disappointing. Okay. I've tried Tabasco, but I haven't tried any of the other ones.
You never had sriracha?
Is that on the list?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it
but it has
is.
like the name
Okay.
before it, Hoi Fong.
Yes, I have had a lot of sriracha. I didn't notice that. Have
Yeah,
you had any of those on there, Brandon?
yeah, I've had most of these, but I feel like I guess Tabasco is like a hot sauce, but I feel like you're talking. they're not the same sauces you're talking about, right? Like you're talking more like the hot ones, hot sauce.
Yeah, kind of like that. Well, it's also like, have you ever had the Yellowbird ones?
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, those are like my favorite.
They're a little thicker than Tabasco. Is why I'm
Yeah,
kind of like, yeah, I guess Tabasco and like Cholula are hot sauces, but they're like generic to me, you know?
right. I totally agree. It's not like I don't know. Yeah, I like here's the thing though, because I don't like it to be too hot to where I'm like I can't even eat this, but it's like a
Yeah.
good in between. Oh my gosh, we tried Hattie B's finally.
Oh, how'd you like it?
It was so good, but I don't know like what was up with it the last time we went, because the first time we went, if you don't know what Hattie B's is, guys, it's a hot chicken place in Austin. But the first time we went, it was like so good, and I got mild. No, I got hot, and so I was like, okay, I can get hot next time we went. The last time we went, I was like fighting for my life, and I was like, I should not have gotten the hot. Um, Frankie got the one that was like not hot, but like the step up. I think it was like,
Like between the hottest and hot, or no?
yeah.
Yeah, because there's like their hottest is like shut the cluck up or something like some funny name like that.
Yeah. He got the one step below that, and he was tearing up eating it.
Yeah, I mean it's hot. I've tried the hottest one before, and I was just like, I mean, if I had to get through a batch of it, sure, but it was so hot where I was just like, why would you want to eat this? This is not enjoyable at all.
Yeah, this next time we go back, I'm getting mild. It was great though. It was so good. That's one of the places we've tried. We made like a food list of just like places in Austin to try, and this weekend we tried to go to Matt's El Rancho, but the freaking wait was like over an hour, which I guess is to be expected because it's so busy there and it's so popular. But I don't want to wait an hour for that. That is when I'm hungry, I want food within a 30-minute wait, not an hour. Um, yeah, the hot sauce. I've started watching Desperate Housewives, and honestly, that has taken up a good chunk of my time. I am already on season 4, and I mean, I don't know if this is like a fast pace to watch a show, but I've been watching it for like 2 months, I think, and I'm like on season 4. But the episodes are 45 minutes each, which is why I feel like because I've just consistently watched them. It's almost like every day. The past couple days, I actually haven't watched them, but it's very often that I do, and I feel like I'm just so tangled up in their drama because I've never found a series that is this damn dramatic that I still enjoy. Um, if you do watch Desperate Housewives and you know the characters that I'm talking about, I have a strong. I hate the word hate, but I just really don't like Susan. Susan Meyer is the worst Desperate Housewives character. Um, everything she does, it just angers me, and she always looks like. Brandon, could you pull up a picture of Susan Meyer?
Yes.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, which I don't like to like. She just that's her. She's always got this look on her face. She's the first, the Wikipedia one. Yeah. She has always got she looks fine in that picture, so but she most of the time has this dramatic little dopey look on her face, and she is like just honestly, she is so reliant. She has a daughter named Julie in the show, and she's so reliant on her daughter for everything. Um she lies a lot. She's very clumsy. She's just like, okay, here's my thing about TV shows. I feel like if you have a character who plays feeling sorry for themselves, I just feel like that's like not exciting, I don't want to watch a character who's fucking up and feeling sorry for themselves at the same time. And that's what she does. Everything is always about her, and I know that other people agree with me because I went on Reddit and there's like a Desperate Housewives Reddit thread, and they all don't like Susan Meyer. And yeah, I don't want to like spoil the show, but it's just some of the stuff she does. I'm like, God, can you just? And here's the thing, like, I'm not spoiling anything with this because a lot of people die in Desperate Housewives, and I'm like, why can't she just be one of the ones to get off the show? The show would be much better without her. Just my opinion. What else did I write down? Oh yeah, I've been getting really into Reddit, which like I'm sure everybody is, but there's this mom influencer. Actually, could you pull up something for me, Brandon?
Yeah.
If you go to Reddit and type in Avery Woods snark. So if you guys don't know what a snark page is, it's basically where they like trash a bunch of influencers. And this girl, she's an influencer. Her name is Avery Woods. That's her. Um, she's like, someone wrote that white eyeliner makes my ass itch. Why would they say that? Anyway, she exploits her kids on TikTok and is like so rich now, but it's really only because of her kids. So these people on Reddit is like, I feel so bad. Sometimes my boyfriend is like, "Are you bullying that lady on Reddit again?" I don't write anything in the thread, but it's so funny to just like read what they're writing about her. So yeah, someone wrote kids are not content. They're not something to monetize for consumption. What's coming out about Nickelodeon is a warning to parents whose kids work on social media, which I agree with. But yeah, she makes all this content. She is just so annoying, and um, yeah, I've just this thread is like kind of entertaining because I think it's funny, and I think they're right for hating on her, but I'm also like, some of these people need something better to do with their time because they just hate on her all the time. But like I said, I'm on the thread and I think it's hilarious. It's just like that. They take these funny screenshots of her and I'm like, this is pretty funny. Anyways, that's one of the Reddit threads I've just been browsing when I get bored. But sometimes I'm like, why am I reading stuff that's making fun of people on the internet? But if you exploit your child, I think you kind of deserve it. Um, yeah. Anyways, I have been also like very well, I've been in therapy for a while now, but I I feel like I'm like actually because I think like you can just go to therapy and like talk and stuff, but to actually like do the work that your therapist tells you sometimes sucks. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm in the spot where I'm like, okay, I've been in therapy a couple years, like yeah, I think it's a great tool, but I have more work like every week. It's like I just have more work to do, but it's kind of healing. Um and I wanted to touch on this once again. Like, I'm not giving anybody advice because I shouldn't be doing that. I'm just like telling you what my therapist told me, and if you're in like a block of some sort, maybe this will help, especially like a creative block. My therapist had told me to say like everything I'm scared of out loud, and I was like, oh, okay, like this is a pretty good exercise because it's just like I'm just like I don't give any more power to my fears when I say them out loud. And kind of made me realize like it, therapy is just healing my inner child, and I don't know how I just now came to that conclusion because most people in therapy probably already realized that. But I didn't. And yeah, and anyways, the point to this being was I felt like I was in a creative block for so long, but I finally started going out to open mics again, even though sometimes I am so awkward that I'm like, ooh, this is a scary thing for me. But I finally started doing it and it feels much better. Doing the pod again. I haven't so I've trained in acting classes for the past like 4 years. I even help people do their own self tape auditions, but when it comes to myself, it's like there's this saying. I don't even remember it, but it's something like the coach doesn't play or something like that. I don't remember, but I was helping all these people and my fellow classmates, and then when it comes to myself, I'm like, oh, my tapes aren't gonna be good. But I know I talked a little bit about this earlier, but I took a break from acting classes for the past couple semesters, and I also think that this is why I got myself into such a creative funk. Because acting classes are basically like the gym for when you go to work on sets. And not every actor does it. Like, you don't necessarily, I mean, I think it's like good to have classes. I would even say that they're essential to your development, just like an open mic is to an actual show. But, some people just don't take classes and it works for them. So, whatever. They, to them, good for them. But for me, I need classes. I need a coach who's constantly like on my ass. I need that push. I have very bad ADHD, if you can't tell by all the topics I'm scrambling in this episode. But I feel like it helps to have that. So I am finally going back to class in the summer. I am doing this summer immersion program, and I think it's basically just like an acting boot camp. We are there for a week, and you go there in the morning, you don't leave till the evening. And you do like, I think it's 3 classes a day. Um and yeah, scene study is one of them, and I'm just happy to be back because I feel like if you have something weekly, like going to class helped me have a routine, like a weekly thing, like a commitment that I knew that I had to do. And I just feel like that helped my life all in all, and it also gives me confidence. So basically, my whole point to this was that I'm finally pushing myself out of the comfort zone because, like, I know that immersion has been happening every single summer since I've been doing classes, and I've always been like too chicken to do it. And I'm like, why? Why shouldn't I? I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it. And it's funny because once I did that, I mean, I had like a dry spell too of auditions. So 2023 was like the first year that I just didn't really book like anything at all. I had a project that I did in 2022 get done, but other than that, I didn't physically book and have my job or my ass at a job site. It was just like auditions after auditions. And then I went through a dry spell of like not having anything, which I know like whatever the strike, things like that happened. But as soon as I decided, like, okay, I'm just gonna do this immersion, I'm gonna email to see if I can do it, then I started getting a bunch of auditions. So it's funny how, like, the universe works in that way to where, like, when you take a step, it follows you. Um, so yeah, I don't know. And I just wanted to update you guys about, like, yeah, why I haven't done a podcast episode and blah blah blah. And the truth is, I've just been a huge scaredy cat. But it feels good to be back, and I am lucky. I have some good guests lined up for you guys, and I'm gonna kind of have a different like format to the show. So yeah, I'm excited to just create more things and truly just be present in the moment and make more content. And I I don't know. I feel like everybody goes through blocks in life, and yeah, it's just a normal thing. But I guess you gotta work through it or something like that. I don't know. I'm grateful to also have like more time to spend with my friends. Because I also think another thing was like I kind of took pride in being busy all the time. Like I would just overschedule myself and then be like, oh, I have to do this and that, and I've got to work here and do that. And I was working so many side gigs. I did like catering, I did after school teaching, which I very much enjoyed, but I did dog sitting, babysitting, like all these things. And those are good like once in a while. Like I love dog sitting, I love babysitting, but it's just like, yeah, when I try to do that and also like go to school, do the podcast, do all these things, like it just I overschedule myself. So, yeah, I'm happy to just be still and not have like 80,000 different things on my plate and just focus on the things I want to do. So, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you like it, once again, if you know any good hot sauces, or honestly, if you know any good food places that I should try in Austin, Round Rock, Georgetown, I'll even go to Hutto. Anywhere. leave a comment and tell me where to go. If you also don't like Susan Meyer, tell me about it. But yeah, thank you guys if you are listening to this, and also thank you, Brandon, very much.
Of course.
You guys remember Brandon? He's the lovely producer.
Yeah, glad to have you back.
I'm so glad to be back. I'm very thankful. Yeah, there's lots to have gratitude about, and yeah, thank you guys for listening to this little catch-up episode of What Is Wrong With You. Bye.
What is wrong with you? 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 We have a